All right, that took a oh, and now it froze. Let's see if I can do this again. uh, okay, I think I'm good. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Oh, hi, Barbie. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to see if the lag will go away and see if I can restart. Hmm. Okay. Let me know how it goes. I'll give it a try. Okay. I think it looks better now. Doop, 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 doop. Yes, I'm moving. I'm moving. Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry it took like 2 minutes for us to tune in today, but there was a lot of energy. And maybe I'm too excited. My excitement is making my computer lag. But everyone, today I'm so excited because I wanted to just share some of the good vibes and to have a conversation with my fellow light workers. So today we wanted to talk a little bit about how to ground your soul purpose or your starseed mission right now among all the chaos, the crazy things and agendas that is happening on earth. Sometimes can feel very overwhelming for us light workers and star seeds. So need to band together, not only in the spiritual sense, but online and physically, band together to help uplift the planet. And so, a lot of question I've been getting lately is how do you ground your soul purpose or your starseed mission? A lot of people that I talk to have this fear, and they ask me, I'm so afraid, what if I never get to actualize my mission? Or what if I'm not even doing what I'm supposed to do? Or what if I'm not on my soul purpose aligned path? And so, what I have to say to that is, you figure it out day by day, just like me. I'm in this with you. And so when I ask the Octurians, right, what do you have to say about this? And they're very simple. They just say, but you are already embodying your missions, everyone. To them, just you being here at this time as a being on earth, you are already in your mission. And what the Octurians were telling me is many of us started our mission many, many lifetimes ago. And so when we're in the space questioning, are we on the right path? Are we on the soul purpose path? The first thing we need to remind ourselves is we are and have been for a very long time doing this mission, doing this path already. So it's not even a question if you're on this path. A lot of questions that people have is actually more about in the deeper layer how to feel more connected with the higher realms and especially the higher self. Oftentimes in the path, right? And chime in, everyone, right? This is a conversation both ways. So please feel free to share what you have in mind as well. The Octurians were saying that when we are in the space of connection with our higher self, what we will feel the most is authenticity. It's not hard at all for you, a light worker, a star seed, to be loving and kind. It is innately your essence. So, your question about your soul purpose is not really about that. It's more about the alignment, the embodiment that you feel with your higher self, right? Um, and so the Octurian said, Octarians said that it is authenticity, right? You have already, as a light worker, as a starseed in other lifetime, master the lessons of love. That's how you're able to be here, right? In your own way to shine forth the qualities of love. That's why you've been, in this role, right, as a light worker. But now is the difficulty that the Octarians are saying is that we sometimes project 5D or higher dimensional living onto this physical plane. And that causes a lot of struggle in us as light workers because we could see, right, the future Earth. We could see when we look at someone, this is their fullest potential. They haven't even reached there yet, right? That's why you feel that you want to be a healer, you want to be a connector, a facilitator to help people blossom into that future self, that highest state of themselves. And so the Octarians are reminding all of us that we are already on this mission. We've been preparing for this mission beyond this lifetime. So it's not even a question anymore. And what does it mean to be authentic, right, to your higher self? The questions you can ask yourself on a day-to-day basis, or as often as you remember, is asking your body, like, well, what does my body need right now? Sometimes when we are too spiritual, I find that we reject the body's needs. We reject, oh yeah, my body actually needs to eat. But I remember as an Octarian, we didn't need to eat because we just consume bioplasma. Or you might be, yeah, well, when I was like this being on Pleiades, I didn't need to eat. Food was light. And so the thought of eating to us is like it's so primal. You're like, what is this thing? So it's asking your body, what does it need? Because this soul purpose and your star seed mission, as much as it is for your soul's expansion, it's also for your body as well. So honor your body. Next, asking your inner child, what does my inner child want to do today? What do they want to play with? What do they want to express? Asking, how's my heart doing? Asking, how is my mind doing today? What does it want to absorb? What does it want to learn? My voice, what does it want to say? What does it want to embody? Ask yourself these very simple questions. And the more that you work with the higher dimensions, your higher self, and these masters of light, these high consciousness Octarians and beyond, is these practices become so simple, but it's so powerful at the same time. Right? So, what are some of the questions that you will commit to ask yourself? Put it down, write it down in the post-it note so that you remind yourself. And sometimes people will be like thinking, that in order to connect to my higher self, I need to be clairvoyant. I need to be able to see. I need to be able to hear my guides very clearly. You don't need to do any of that, in fact, in order to be embodied with your higher self. Spirituality is only one pathway. Sometimes you meet people in the world who are not spiritual in any way, but they are so high vibration because they are so authentic with who they are. And so sometimes if you feel yourself on the spiritual path have too much expectations of yourself or too much constraint of yourself, let go a little bit, liberate yourself a little bit, give yourself some flexibility and wiggle room. You might find that that can actually allow your soul to breathe more and that you can be more aligned to your higher self. And without you realizing it, the very thing that you want starts to actualize and manifest itself. On my Instagram, there is 8 types of what common types of things or missions that light workers do. So it's on my Instagram, right? And I'll say it here too to help you reset, right, your energy field today. So number one is the healers. So maybe part of your mission, and I must add, you can have more of one of these missions. They can change during your life cycle and so forth. So healer is the integrators of light and shadows. They help transform blockages individually and collectively. They feel fulfilled as they grow alongside with the people they service. So if you feel innately that you are here to be a healer and you're not sure what to work on or what to do, well, ask yourself, if you were to walk a path with someone else, what would you want to help them with? What are some challenges that you have conquered or have learned tools and techniques to conquer? You have learned to become your self healer, and now you can walk this path with someone else. What can be really helpful is to you can do some kind of quizzes to help you know yourself deeper, like 16 personalities. I know there's human designs, there's birth charts. You can go to these websites, right, to do those quizzes. And I love 16personalities.com, or like the, what is it called? Mayor Biggs, like INFJ archetype. Those are really good websites for you to do, right, when you're on this path, because they will tell you what are some of your needs, right? For me, one of my biggest needs was to see people grow. And so that's how I align my path as a healer to be. I want to help people grow, right? That's my fulfillment, my how I feel wholesome as a light worker. So those little quizzes can help you, right, gather information to see, okay, what type of healer can I practice to become? Number two is teachers. So all of you have something to teach. It doesn't always have to be spiritual. A lot of students and clients I work with, they're like, I'm not like you. I don't know how to channel these light codes. I don't know how to channel these light language. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know in the first year either. So don't worry. These took years of practice of being a healer, a teacher. I'm in my 8th year of practice this month, and I made a post on Facebook about it. And so don't compare yourself to someone who's in a different time zone, a different season, right? You're gonna attract your own tribe. You have your own unique skills that I don't have. I'm a horrible cook. I burn everything. Gordon Ramsay would be like horrified at my cooking. So there's everything's that you have mastery at, and you can teach it, but you can incorporate spiritual concept in it. So if you are an art teacher and you find that art in the school system no longer resonate with you, you can become an art therapist to help people release grief over a loss of somebody, because in your life you lost someone, maybe a child, maybe someone you love. So you've gone through this process and you are an art teacher. You can now take what you have learned, right? Incorporate some form of spiritual reality in it so that it's building upon skills that you already have. So you don't have to exit the matrix completely. You exited it, but now you're like, I know. I know how it works. You come back in like an agent, like a light worker, and you become wise and you master, right, this realm, right, through this way. So think right now, light workers, what are some things that you're really good at that you can teach someone else? And it can be quite anti-intuitive because you're good at it already. Like to me, I used to think, oh yeah, channeling is just a thing, like it just happens, right? Like, but it doesn't happen for everyone else. Sometimes people need some guidance. And same thing with like maybe you're really good at organizing. Maybe you are really good at research, data. Maybe you are really have a good attention to detail, and being a VA to spiritual entrepreneur businesses feels more aligned to you, right? So you can still be spiritual because as a VA, you can still channel information for that business owner, but you're building upon the skills that you already have. So you see what I mean? We don't have to reject your skills that you've earned in the 3D or your current way of earning a living. You can just alchemize it in a way that works best for you. So myself as an example, I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. I always loved to teach. When I was a kid, I always liked to pretend I'm teaching. And I only remember that because I started doing inner child work. So start connecting to your inner child. You might start to find these treasures that, "Oh, I forgot I used to love doing that. I forgot this is what I was really good at." So think about how you can alchemize your path right now. Number three is messengers. So messengers have highly activated chakras, and you don't have to be clairvoyant to be a channeler. You can be very clear cognizant. Actually, a lot of my clients are clear cognizant, and I don't see them any less powerful than I am. I just say, you're getting the message I'm getting. It's just that I'm seeing it, but then you're getting it on your mind level. So it has nothing to do with power. If you are thinking about, I'm not powerful enough to actualize my soul purpose, it has nothing to do with how much power, how much views, how much followers you have. It has to do with your character, the way you care and love the people that you serve on this path. And just take myself as an example. I'm not the prettiest, I'm not the most eloquent, I'm not the most powerful healer or channeler out there. But in my book, I feel pretty successful, right? I can provide for my daughter. I have lots of testimonials that I'm too humble to share. And I'm working on changing the habit, but um, I feel that in my books, just seeing the transformation of people growing alongside with me, to me, that's an indicator of my success. So I hope that that inspires you, to share your gift because we need you. I can't do this alone, girl. I need help. I need a team. The messengers are also bridges between physical world and the spiritual world. So these are oftentimes indigo souls or good leaders or agent of change. So if you are a messenger, you don't always feel as though, oh, I need to be like, I don't know, this person to be successful. If you are a messenger, if you journal at the end of the day and you learn the skill of storytelling, right, of how to create content, these are skills that you can learn to practice. You can you can become a content creator. So in all of these paths, it's very fulfilling, but it also has a component of abundance to it too. So I find that messengers can really benefit with that. Messengers can also benefit in coaching others as well. So being a coach to other like business owners. They don't have to be all spiritual business owners. There are a lot of business owners that are not spiritual, but they are practicing spirituality. And or they're very open to energy healing or coaching work. So try not to, again, I see a lot of people constrain themselves like, oh, I only want to work with spiritual people. I'm like, but why? What's wrong with non-spiritual people? They can be high vibration, they can be kind and nice, they can be very open and aligned as well. So open up your scope of service. Four, the fourth type of mission is being an alchemist. So an alchemist works really well with elements, with dragons, with fairies, with aquatic beings like mermaids. They adapt. They're really good at manifesting and being resourceful to uplift difficult situations. The good gets better when you're around an alchemist, and the better gets brighter. So if you are an alchemist, what you can do is you can incorporate what you already do. And usually, if you have this mission within your path, you're already someone that is like a trainer, a cook, or some type of facilitator to help cultivate other people's skill set. And so now you just need to incorporate, right, what your soul is guiding you to embody in this moment in time. I'll tell you right now, as an alchemist, a lot of your careers are not actualized yet. A lot of these careers sometimes can be um, things that are not very well known, things that are not in your ancestral lineage. I'm the first spiritual healer in my ancestral lineage. And so you're like, in my longest time in my life, like, I didn't even know I was going to be a spiritual healer because no one in my family was that. So be creative, right? Create these roles like being a death doula. Death is such a big part of people's life, but how come nobody talks about it, right? Everybody talks about, oh, birth doula, which is very well known, but we need a lot of death doula too. So another thing alchemists are very good at is you can be rites of passage facilitators. Some cultures still preserve this facilitator role, like when a girl menstruate, when a maiden becomes a mother, right? This is very much of a red priestess path. Men can do it too for brothers, right? For soul brothers. And so we are missing this big component in our lives right now. So maybe you're not thinking about this as your mission or your path because no one around you is doing it, but it's an actual thing. Another example that I love to share is the Venusians, the our star friends on Venus. They have a governing department called the Department of Happiness. That does not exist, right, in our dimension. So if you are here to create a new paradigm, your career might not exist yet, but there could be an opening for you. Another light worker that I know, she works with people who had lost, right, a sibling. It's very specific, but it's something that is very deep. She don't need a lot of, let's say, clients to work with, but she can go very deep with each client for that very reason. So think in terms not always about scope, because in the 3D you're always bombarded by these business coaches like, oh, make 30,000 in a month by doing this, or how to get 1 million view, or how do you get all these people. All of these metrics doesn't do anything. Like if you have 100, like if you have 1 million subscribers, do you really get the time to connect with them, right? For me, it's like I have a small list, but I really appreciate I have the capability to connect with each of you. I see your names, I remember your names. We email, we talk to each other. People send me their YouTube videos, people send me their books. Like I'm able to do that, and I feel that's more fulfilling to me than like having a badge of something. So gotta focus on the quality, focus on your skill. So that's another thing, right? A skill is important as a light worker. So skill is what alchemists is really good at too. Alchemists are not afraid to build their skills. So what is it that you need to build on? Is it marketing? Right? Is it a skill of content creation, making videos? Those of you that are looking for like a really authentic business coach, I do it, but I do it more for women, for priestesses. But there's this coach that I know. His name is George Kao, Kao, on Facebook or Instagram. The way he speaks is just so wholesome to me. I love his work. I think he's so authentic. He teaches light workers in a way that is not like manipulative. And I feel that, wow, I wish I found him earlier because he speaks my language. He talks about soul aligned business, authentic marketing. He talks about just not using tactics, right, to make money. And the way I train people is basically the same way he trains people. So we have the same value. So George Cow, check him out. Number 5 is a grid master. Oh, hi everybody. Hi Zanita, it's been a while. Much love to you. I was thinking about you the other day. This week I've been thinking about a lot of people, and then they would send me messages. It's really cool. A grid master. So grid master are very good at moving energy. When you think about grid, you're thinking about crystal grid, which is one thing, right? You can create crystal grid on like a canvas and sell it, right? As on Etsy, you can create crystal grid as for people's house. You can create crystal grid, right? Courses teach people how to create crystal grids. Grids also has to do with the grid of Mother Earth, but also the body as well. So meridian lines. If you are a grid master, you most likely have past life where you were an acupuncturist, or you have worked in other star system that works with energy channels and lines. So you're good at moving energy throughout the body. I know that some people, when they just awakening and they just figure out they are a grid worker, they are really good at energy work. They can activate, right, the nodes, which are the chakras, but they know intuitively what points to press. Tapping as well, if you're a grid worker, EFT tapping, meridian or spinal healing techniques. Those should be some areas to look into because you'll be very good at that. Number 6 are creators. So creators are most at ease when you're creating art, movement, you innovators to heal the planet through the energy you infuse into your work. So once again, making a deck of oracle cards, making art, and these things now don't have to cost a lot of money. Like my friend Zaneda, she's like Amazon bestseller. Yay! and like you don't need to invest a lot of money to do this. I have other students that have started at 0 when they work with me, and then they grow to 1 million people watching their light language videos. There are people that grew their channels to a really loving, kind community. It's free to start a YouTube channel. So it's free now to like write a book. You can self-publish on Amazon. Use these 3D structure. The 3D structure use us, so we gotta use it for good, you know? You gotta take advantage of it sometimes, right? So create, and this goes beyond what I'm just sharing. You can create a lot of things. You can create digital products, workbooks, sell it on Etsy, sell it on your own shop. You can create journals. You can create, yeah, like crystal healing guides, right? You can create all of these things that are digital, and you just sell it super easy. Well, not super easy. You still need some marketing, right? But it's easy to create. It's easy to put up. You don't need to invest thousands of dollars anymore to do these paths. Number 7 is beacons. So beacons are just you being you, have a remarkable presence, right? Just being you make people smile and happy. You might have a good sense of humor. You tend to be really positive. So that's something that my husband do. He brightens up the room when he enters anywhere. He's in construction, so he's doing nothing to do with spirituality, but he's at the same level as I am. But in his work, he brings healing to men. He brings divine masculine energy to the men that he works with. So all of this path, if you are in a place, and I know a lot of people are like that too, and clients and viewers, is you feel pretty content with your life, to be honest. You're like, oh, I like my job. It's not something I want to quit, but I still feel like I want to do something else. Well, you are a beacon. So if you are that type of light worker, right, that you're a beacon, then you share things that brightens your day. You can also act as a support or connector for other spiritual healers, spiritual teachers, or anything really, artists, that brightens up your day, and you share them. You become this beacon of light. Sending like 3 people in your phone a loving message, that's a beacon of light. Smiling, right, at strangers, beacon of light. Getting an urge to say something to someone, like a spiritual guidance, to just tell the person that you are very loved, there's a lot of angels around you, that's beacon of light. Number 8 is key holders. So they often work in their own space. So key holders are more to themselves. They spend time connecting directly with source. They do a lot of their work in astral world. So on the outside, you might not feel like you're like the typical archetype of a light worker, but you do more of your things in your own time. I know a lot of my witches friends, they do this. They do astral traveling, and they slay negative entities. They clean out these negative entities in the astral realm. They're pretty badass, I would say. Not something that I would do, but to me, when I hear, I'm like, oh, that's so badass. Well, thanks for cleaning up the astral realm for us, you know? So they do things more towards themselves. Can be one way of how you can embody your purpose. So I shared 8 of these common templates. You can be someone else that are beyond this template, right? But think about now, how would you want to really actualize your path as a light worker, right? And go for it. Don't wait till you're ready, because if you wait until you're ready, you can be waiting a long time. And the Octarians chimed in and reminded me to say, in this path, the mastery is very much through action. you can innately have, let's say, like a basketball player, you have innately talent to play basketball. But if you don't get in the court and play, get in the game, right? You cannot become a good basketball player. Same thing with being a light worker. You have these innate abilities, you have these innate ways of loving others, but where we get stuck a lot is doing it. So the Octurians, right, are really guiding us to do it. Just do it. That's my thinking. It's like just do it. Just actualize it. Just give it a try. Your first masterpiece might not be the best. That's okay. Look to my old videos. They are super pixelated. I didn't even talk like the way I talk with a lot of comfort, a lot of humor. I still have the corporate kind of like I'm a corporate receptionist kind of energy, but now I can laugh with you guys. I can um, just say what is on my mind, like as though I'm sitting in front of you. This is how I talk. Like when people meet me in real life, this is how I am. So that takes mastery, right, to get to. But I wouldn't be able to be here if I didn't let myself be in those old versions of myself. And each of you, I know that, have something bright to share. So share forth. And I want to open up the floor right now. Ask me any questions you have. Like if you want to start out as a healer and you have questions for me, feel free to ask. I'm here to share because I want you to be successful. I want us to be successful. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Oh, congrats on the anniversary. Thank you, Barbie. Yeah, 8 is a big number for me. My birthday is August 28th, so it's like 828. So every time I see the number 8, I'm like, yay! Oh, thank you, Crypto Coast to Coast. You're so kind. Thank you, Jenny. Um, Stone of Destiny, I'm honored to be your team. Yay, me too. Yay, we're here together. Oh, which Asian country are my family from? My family is from Vietnam and Chinese, and I just made some videos. It's very intuitive, huh? DLB for you to ask because I was just recording some videos on YouTube about ancestral healing, and I was sharing some stories about my ancestors escaping Vietnam. Right, they almost died, and how a psychic saved their lives, and things like that. But um, very cool. And it's very interesting is that although I'm Chinese Vietnamese, I feel very connected to Japanese culture. Like I have so many lifetime in Japan. If I were to live with one cuisine for the rest of my life, it would be Japanese. And my husband is the same way too. He's Chilean, Colombian, but he's so Chinese, he's so Asian. I'm like, you you definitely had lifetimes in other cultures. Cool. So let's see. Yeah, and some of the other things I would share as well is building your skills. So if you are in your path building any type of skills, please let me know. If you have started your businesses, like one of my other friends, she has started her crystal t-shirt and crystal shop. Share with me because I'm happy to share your work. Um, on my page as well. Like, of course, it has to be something I aligned. You, it can't be like, you know, things that I don't align to. But I'm sure most light workers' work will align. So, but and it has to be things I understand. So I don't understand. What are those things called NFT or whatever. So if that's your business, I won't be able to help because I don't understand it. I am Star. I'm from Europe and I feel so connected to Asia and definitely Japan. Oh, yeah, me too. Thank you for answering. I'm learning Mandarin, such a beautiful language. I help others with English learning. Oh, I'm drawn to the Chinese culture. I'm from the UK. That's so cool. Y- Do you feel connected to dragons as well? Like, who here feels connected to dragons? The dragon's energy is very strong lately, and we are here. A lot of people I work with lately have very strong dragon aspects or dragon souls as their higher self. So it's really cool. Yes, DLB. I am me, Angela. Yes, it's amazing. So cool. And where well, like tell me a bit about like where are you guys on your path? Like what are some things you're working on? What are some things that you are learning right now as light workers? I just want to like see what my teammates are up to because it sometimes feels like I'm like just sharing videos, but I want to like interact with people. We can't sit together in the physical room, so the only way for us to interact now is through like chat. Oh, hi, Brynja. Love dragons. Yes, I know you have many dragon guides. I remember. I am always led to shows and movies with dragons. Me too. Up in the air of the moment. Oh, I see. Well, I am. What are you passionate about? Like, what do you find yourself listening about? Like, do you like starseed stuff? Do you like dragons? Do you like angels or ascended masters? What is like your topic? Hmm, very cool. Huh, wow, amazing. So many people tuning in, just reading some of your comments from earlier, might have missed some. So, hi, B. Thanks for joining in. Okay, well, let me know if you guys have any things that you want to learn about the dragons. I'm in the process of planning some workshops for YouTube. It's free, but again, sometimes what I think I know, people might not know yet. So let me know, do you like hearing about Dragon Light codes? Because I've been doing 2 workshops on Dragon Light codes. If you like that, I will do more Dragon Light codes. If you want to do more healing, like ancestral healing, let me know as well, because then we can work on them. And do some practices with maybe your star being guides, the Octurians, the Pleiadians. Very strong energy coming through right now, everyone. Lemuria, the portal of Lemuria is opening. So a lot of you might be in a state of remembering your Lemurian past life, some Lemurian activations. I've been seeing that a lot in the people that I work with. So, yeah. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, you work in environment. Oh, that's so cool. So something about grid working there. I can see environment. Hmm. More dragon stuff than Starseed. Before, definitely Starseed, but not so much anymore. Ah, it's always been pretty much dragons for me. I see. I try to help others with positive energy with English language learning. I definitely feel angels guiding me. Oh, that's really beautiful. I'm the master. I am the master. So it seems all the control things that too. Oh, yeah, that's definitely one thing that's coming up as well. The clearing of black magic. I find that a lot of people are going through that right now. I do know this black magic's power is diminishing. It's not as powerful as it is before. So that's good news for us on the light team. Definitely ancestral healing, but also more guides and guidance. Okay, sounds good. How is your connections with your spirit guides right now, everyone? Do you find yourself having difficulty hearing your guides, or is it pretty clear? What's that like for you right now? Hi, Bella. I find it really difficult now. The astral is quite dense. Yes, the astral is quite dense for sure. There's actually this week I was experiencing some what we can initially call nightmares, but what I realized is my brain processing my experience during the day. So a lot of clearing as well. What you'll notice, light workers, with the astral is that the reset button of the astral frequency happens more frequently. So let's say before 20 years from now, before, the astral realm, right, would be good for, like, let's say 3 months, and then you get like a 3 months of descension cycle. Now the astral is more almost like every week or even every day resetting itself. So this is what also we mean by ascension, right? Is that the astral realm reset itself much more frequently, so that our healing, it goes faster, our healing goes quicker and more efficient. But it's very tiring for us light workers that are more conscious and aware because of that. Just imagine you in like the washing machine all the time, you know. So it can be quite tiring for sure. People are saying, I am saying, I don't hear much, I feel and know. Okay, cool. I feel a lot too. Not so much at the moment, more difficult to connect. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Let's check in with the Octurians impromptu and see what's going on. Okay, so they're showing me an image. What is happening is that there's a timeline fluctuation. They show me one timeline going this way, and there's almost like a stepping, like a step stair going up towards the next way. So we are upgrading into a higher timeline right now. Whenever there's a upgrade of timeline in this section of the upgrade, your guides are usually more quiet. Your guides are usually more give you time to yourself. It's not that you are blocked in any way. The Octurians are telling me this is a time of recalibration. What recalibration does, it gives you some time for your body to adjust to that shift in timeline. So you might find yourself, instead of connecting your guides more, using that time to sleep, using that time to just lie down, or maybe do some exercise, whatever that you do to rest, because we are in this stage of recalibration. So what I'm hearing from my guide is all is well, things are going okay, just that this is a phase of recalibration. Hmm. Well, I fell out with myself the other day, just had enough with the washing machine, like a little child. Like, I feel you, Bella. Some days I'm like, mothership, come get me. But then the other side, I'm like, no, I actually want to stay. I still have stuff to work on. Jenny, laughing out loud, read the grid work. I'm now in 11th house, living on the hill. Mataruhu in Napier, New Zealand also. 8 is bait with you. Oh, that's so cool. Ancestral is called practice connecting with our star beings. So let me write this down. So more guided practices with your star being, ancestral healing, dragons as well. I hear you. I got you. Sounds good. Any questions about healing in general? I can do mini readings for you if you need. I don't usually do mini readings on YouTube because it can be a lot of energy, but today I feel like we have a pretty good group. So if anyone needs like a little check in with their guides or a little mini reading, I'm happy to do it. But you have to give me permission though. So that's how I got in trouble one time, because I just assumed that anyone joining the chat, it's open to reading. And I read someone and they're like, how dare you read me? And I'm like, oh, shoot, sorry. So if you want to read it, give me a yes in the chat, and then I will tune in with your higher self or guide. If you have a specific question, you can ask that too. So let me know in the chat so that I can check in. But I do need permission to check in. And I know there's a lag when you go live. So I'm going to give people 15 seconds to let me know. I give full permission. Okay, thank you. So for the duration of this reading, thank you for your connection at this time. I am higher self. Is there any messages for your temporal self at this time? Wow, very beautiful. So what I was shown when I tuned in is I saw this beautiful pink aura around this part of your body, right? This part of your body is pink. A white dragon came in and swirled around you. He kind of merged in with that pink light and continued swirling. And then when he swirled back up, he became two dragons, one pink, one white, and they came together like a heart shape. So, what this means to me, and this is my interpretation, is I feel that you guys or your higher self are trying to let you know that you are in this state of connecting with the higher aspects of you. The pink has to do with the higher aspect, connection to the higher realm. When the white dragon came, I feel that that's like a representation of you, right? Embracing your connection to the higher realm. And as a result, creating a stronger protectional field for your auric field. And it could be create balance within your body, right? When that dragon came together in the heart, it create balance, harmony for your heart. So I feel that it's an affirmation from spirit, whatever you're working on, you're strengthening your heart field, your magnetic field. So it's a good message. It's very beautiful to see that. So thank you. V, I would love a reading. I consent. Okay, sure. Thank you, V. So for the duration of the next few minutes, may I connect with your higher self, see if there's any messages. Whoa, right away, what I was sensing for you, V, I hear click audience, and I saw too. I saw this pathway and it was lit up by golden flame. There's a very wise voice that was calling to you. The time of initiation is now. So it seems like there is an Akashic activation for you, V, where a past life perhaps that you were in some type of a mystery school, ancient Egypt, and I didn't do more in depth asking, but you can discern for yourself or ask yourself is either in ancient Egypt or ancient Sirius, is what I'm getting. It's the star system Sirius. So in this lifetime, now I'm getting it's more serious. So Sirius lifetime where you have walked the path in this mystery school and it's coming forth to reactivate you. It brings forth a very wise teacher energy within you, V. So I feel that this is a message from the spirit realm or your higher self to affirm to you that you are a teacher. You are here to be a way shower through the golden flame. So interestingly, I also did a video on the golden flame. I haven't posted yet, but the golden flame essence is about the Christ or Buddha consciousness. So your path can have something to do with sharing the essence and teachings of what it's like or what it's about to be embodying Christ consciousness, how to embody Buddha consciousness, and so forth. You guys are telling me you don't have to be ascended and feel like you are Buddha or Jesus himself to share these teachings, but through your own practice and what you have learned can really empower and really bring forth that alignment towards your soul. So I hope that was helpful. Hi, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. Uh, and Angela. So, Angela, I will also tune in for the duration of the reading. Wow, very visual, Angela, with your guide. So first thing they show me, it's a woman, a priestess, that kind of dress like how we depict Mary Magdalene, but she is wearing white and a very light blue color. I don't have it here, but it's like light blue, uh, very like kind of like celestite kind of shade, very beautiful. She was holding a crystalline rose, Angela, and she was saying the sacredness it's within the path. So I feel that this guide, right, it's coming forth to remind you that what you are seeking, that sacredness, that divinity, is within your path right now. She brings forth the frequency of the white and blue. And white usually has to do with purification, blue has to do with transformation and alchemy. So, Angela, most likely you have blue ray within your soul. And if you're new, you don't know what blue ray is, I have another video on blue ray. Blue ray is like a spectrum of your soul's expression. So, a lot of blue ray energy that they're showing me. It seems like that priestess that's coming forth, Angela, as well. She's calling to remind you that there's a priestess in you and that your essence of your teaching, the light codes that you carry, is the crystalline rose, right? That she was holding and she was showing you. So I would advise maybe to look into um, the rose lineage. I actually have been getting a lot of requests to maybe start a workshop or something of Lemurian priestess lineages. So maybe I'll do something about that on YouTube as well. But search up Lemurian rose lineages and see where this crumbles of cookies will get you. So I hope that was helpful. Uh, Barbie, also gonna do a reading as well. Thank you for your permission. I'm going to tune in. Okay, Barbie, they show me a past life. So the first thing I was shown when I tuned in with you, Barbie, was strong dragon energy. I saw two flames. One is the obsidian flame, and the other is the violet flame. So this could be, again, I don't didn't go too much in detail. Could be codes that you carry or you're working with right now. The obsidian flame and the violet flame. Then they show me this past life where you were in Asia. You dressed in this white kind of kung fu outfit. You were an old man because your hair was gray. It was in like a bun. And they show me that you were practicing some type of a martial arts, some type of a kung fu or martial arts. Your body in that lifetime was very well built. I saw that his muscles was very well built, his presence was very sturdy, Barbie. It was like you in that lifetime, you had so much confidence in the way you carry yourself. And then they showed me more images of that lifetime, how you were so disciplined. You would pride yourself in studying. And I saw you drawing calligraphy in Asian characters. I feel that you guys are bringing forth these messages, Barbie, to affirm to you your connection with the dragons, some codes, right? These flames that you're working with, and also that past life self, the essence of that past life self is still within you. And I feel that when you're on your soul path, the people that you worked with in that lifetime would also be in your same field. So if you're ever wondering where are my soul family, it seems like that's one group of your soul family where you guys were all training in Asia and Tai Chi or Kung Fu, all have a very sturdy, grounded way of practicing. So that's what they were showing me, and I think it's a great affirmation. So thank you. Hi, Zinga, welcome. Hi, Bella. Could you read me? Yes, I can. Let's tune in. Bella, so the first thing I am guided to do is to give you some healing, some light codes for this part of your body so then I can clear some energy for you. So I assume that the permission is given. So let's see. Hmm. So, Bella, when I tuned in, I could feel there's a pain in my right temple. Something was like dimming your light. When I tune in, right, I feel some density, so I was clearing it, and then I was able to see your soul flame or the pearl in the Waymaker's teachings, the pearl of soul flame. And then as I tuned in, I was like clearing your field. I saw there was some astral interference. Um, let me see if we can get more information. Okay, so homework from your guides, Bella, is connect with the seraphims or angelic guides. Ask your angelic guide to show you what this astral blockage is about. I feel it in the root chakra, so I think it more to do with some root chakra blockage or ancestral blockage you're working on releasing. That's why you're feeling as though, I don't know if you feel this, but like a draining of energy sometimes is that astral interference. So let's see. Let's zap you with some light right now. Okay, so I used the pillars of light codes that you learned. I did it around your auric field. The astral interference, it's not as strong now. You just got to get rid of it. So just ask your archangel, your guides to help you release this interference from your field. This being comes from the lower astral. So use the white flame. Use the white flame to purify the astral interference, and you will feel a lot better. So that's what I got for your guides. Benny, yes, of course. Thank you for your request and the opportunity to serve. Let's see. Hmm. Venny, the first thing that your higher self showed me with your permission was your throat chakra want to expand this way. So you know how the chakras goes out, right? Like a vortex like this and also in the back. It seems like there's this almost as though the best way I can describe is you are like a dragon ready to roar. There's something that wants to come out. So maybe right now actualizing your soul purpose, right? Because the throat chakra have to do purpose, a message that you want to share. It feels like energy wants to come out like this, right? And so see what the deeper meaning of that is about. The second thing that they were showing me was a beautiful forest. So I don't know if you do this already, but if you connect with the spirits of the trees, if you work with the elementals, I just feel this really ancient forest calling to you. So it's more like in a spiritual sense. So either this forest was very close to your soul, where you have the meditation or activation in this forest before, or you've worked with that tree spirit before. I feel that the energy of this tree is almost like when I'm working with dragons. It's very ancient, very primordial, it's very rich. And so those spirits are calling to you, Veni, to work with them. That's what I was getting. And Jacqueline, thank you for your permission. I'm going to tune in for the duration of the channeling. Oh, this is very cool. Okay, so Jacqueline, interestingly, when I tuned in, when I asked about you feeling confused on your path, you guys were showing me an image of your past life or multidimensional life, and this is more like a star seed life. You, how do I even describe it? You look like a Syrian being, right? With like high cheekbone. Your skin was more opaque than what we have now. It's more of a light pink color. Your eyes were a little bigger, didn't have hair, and but the skull is in a different shape. It's not like rounded. Um, it's a different shape, and they were showing me a scenery of the planet that that you lived on, and it has like this ocean, and the light codes that you're working with right now a lot is a pearlescent code. So pearlescent codes come forth for you at this time. I think I made a video about it. I posted it. I think I did. And so pearl codes. Work with the pearl codes and work on connecting with your galactic self. Let me see if I can get more information about the galactic self. Where is this galactic self? Oh, it's a Mintakan galactic self. So Mintakan galactic self. Probably she has something to do with your path right now. So I would connect with her. Very beautiful being. Mm. Oh, thank you, V. That's so kind for the donation. You didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. And Jenny, I would love a reading. Cool. So, Jenny, for the duration of the channeling, I am going to tune in, see if there's any for your from your spirit guides or higher self. First thing I was shown, Jenny, was a child. Now, it seems like in your path right now, they're calling forth for you to connect with the inner child. It's also could be a representation of the love that you have for purity. So children usually is a depiction of purity, right? What is pure within us. So actual children, I feel that a very strong white silhouette of a child coming forth. And Jenny, you have the ability to speak in angelic light language. I heard it. So they show me, right, that they guiding you if you've activated already your angelic light language. When I hear it in my clear audience. So if it seems like if you want any spiritual homework, that would be the spiritual homework. And hi, Brittany. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you very much. The golden flame resonates. Thank you. Uh, thank you. I am. I'm glad that was helpful. Lisa. Okay. Permission. Thank you. I'm going to connect for the duration of the channel. Lisa, right away, what I was shown, super clear, super powerful. electricity. There's like this electricity of indigo blue. At first, I'm like, are they talking about you as an indigo soul? But I started to see these blue electricity, and a very large dragon came forth. It's an indigo colored dragon. The dragon was swirling in, and he rose up in his body, and he shows me these dragon symbols. Dragon symbols are way too complicated to describe in a video, but it just think about like someone opening a scroll and there's like a huge golden symbol right down the scroll. That's what it looked like in my third eye. Very clear. So the dragon connects with you. You probably have the ability to read these symbols, to work with these golden light symbols. It's a form of light language, so light symbol. You guys also sends me the affirmation, Lisa. It seems that you're leaving an old timeline. Like they showed me this sailboat, and they show me the back is like thunderstorm, and the front is like bright and sunny. And they show me that boat moving into the bright and sunny areas. So maybe recently you've gone through like an ego death or a lot of shadow work. That boat, right, is sailing into the light now. So that's an affirmation. Mm, awesome. And Sydney, thank you for your permission. Once again, with your permission for the duration of the session, I will tune in and see what I get. I'm going through a hard time. Okay, so I'll ask more about the hard time. So, Sydney, the first thing I hear was child of a pearl. So, your guys were showing me this image of these. It feels like there was like you were struggling energetically, and I can see, right, there's like this cloud of black energy swirling around the upper chakras. I also saw, I feel like you're working through some karmic blockages from past life, because I feel like coughing in the throat. Maybe in the past life, you're working through some healing for your throat chakra. And they saying it's a fear of standing in your power. So you're working through this blockage so that you can embrace your power within you. You have a lot of knowledge about the shadow side, right? You have in past life explore, right? The shadow, gaining wisdom from the shadow as well. Your higher self is saying, as a child of light, you're now pulling in all the essence that you've learned in your lifetime into the center of the pearl. And the pearlescent light codes are all around you now. So your guides are with you. They understand that there's going through a hard time, but work with the pearlescent codes, work with that pearlescent energy field, right, to help strengthen your auric field. They don't tell me too many details, right? Because it's like private, but I feel like some part in your early life, your boundaries want to honor. So they are guiding you, Sydney, to work with the her lesson codes to strengthen your auric field. So That's what I was given. Strengthen your auric field, work on releasing the fear of standing in your power in your throat chakra. Because you have, I want to say you have power, but in a way that the people around you don't understand. So, mhm. Okay. Hi, Terence. How have you been? Let's see, Terence. I just tuned in. Oh, welcome, welcome. I give permission for a reading if it's not too late. Yes, I will tune in. I'm just scrolling to see I didn't make sure I miss your question. So, okay, cool. Terence, from your higher self and your guides, and your soul is from the elemental realm, Terence, and they were showing me that the message for you today, Terence, is actually to work on the physical body. For right away when I tuned in, I was feeling like tightness in the neck area. So they are guiding you to look for videos to work on myofascia release for the jaw and neck. Myofascia release for the jaw and neck. So it's doing some exercise to open up the tightness around the neck and throat area. Your dragon guides also come through, Terence. They show me almost like a mirror, and you're looking into the mirror. They said your tribe is with you. There might be an essence of you that feels like an outsider, but wait for the clouds to part, and you will see that you are not alone. So, from what they are saying, wait for the clouds to part is I feel letting yourself submerge and soak in the light to really help you come forward. So, yeah, I hope that helps. You're welcome, Barbie. Nzinga, I hope I am pronouncing your name properly. If not, please feel free to correct me. Uh, yeah, okay, sounds good. I will connect for the duration of the session. Hmm. The first thing I tuned in was your guy says the holes and of Atlantis calls to you now. So right now, in your higher self is showing me that you're activating your Atlantean consciousness. They show me this grand temple that are made out of these turquoise color stone. Must be in the Atlantean era. It's very grand, very large. Nothing that we have in this dimension. They were showing me in a Zynga a tablet. The tablet looks like a book with gold on top of it. So it feels like this is your invitation from your higher self to get back in the Atlantean consciousness and open your Akash, right? To see into your Atlantean consciousness or your Atlantean past life, because the portal is now open in the Akash for you to do so. So that's the message that I was receiving. Jacqueline, I'm glad it was helpful. Vanny, I'm glad it was helpful as well. And glad, Jenny, that was helpful. Well, thank you, Jacqueline, for the donation. And thank you, Lisa, for the donation. I wasn't doing this for donation today, but I am very humble to receive the bonus. I feel a little embarrassed. I will receive the bonus. It's like It's like being a kid and your mom is like, "Let's go to the store and get a toy," and you're like, "What? I didn't expect that." um, hmm, where where am I? Um, I think I'm at Blue Star. Okay, Blue Star, if you're still here, I would love a reading. If you feel drawn any messages for me, sounds good. Let's tune in and see. Oh, I lost. Okay, here we go. I would love a reading if you feel drawn in. Blue Star. Okay. Mm. Wow, Blue Star, very strong. Right away when I tune in, your guys show me this imagery of priestess in what is the word called? Um, Precession. uh like when they're going into a ceremony on they when they're doing like a ritual. I saw like a line of women, these priestesses in a procession together, and then they show me a very strong smell of herbs. So Blue Star, your soul path at this moment, or your message from your guides right now, is to we embrace that green priestess or green witch within you. Work with earth, maybe you already do. But right when I tune out, I smell it so strong. I smell this beautiful, earthy smell that's like a mixture of frankincense, myrrh. It just, when I smelled it, it's powerful, but it's almost like I'm in a forest being grounded at the same time. So this can mean either your guides are guiding you to work with those herbs to anchor yourself into your soul path, or it could be that you are in a state where you are ready to show or expand your skill set as a green priestess, right, on your path. So I hope that helped. But it was very, very strong in my clear sense. So I know that the portals are fully open for you to embody that green priestess energy. Samantha, I give permission. Thank you for the duration of this channeling. I'm going to connect. Samantha, okay. Okay, so Samantha, a few things from you guys. First one is one of your spirit guide looks like Mother Kuan Yin to me. I saw her right with beautiful pink and white, and she was sitting on a lotus. She showed me like there's this swirl of golden circular light symbols that she invoked, and she showed me an image of you. She gave you a healing. Now, I didn't ask when that healing was, so that healing could have been done last night when you were sleeping, or right now, or tonight. But I saw her giving you a healing. And when that healing occurred, I saw you ascending right into like your light body state. So it seems like you work with the goddesses, you work with the divine mother, and they gave you a blessing for light body activation. They also mentioned the word to me, Samantha, Sophia consciousness. So mother dragon consciousness or Sophia consciousness, they were telling me in my ears. So, yeah, that's the two guides that came forth for you today. And lollipop flavor explosion. I love that name. Can you tell me something? I give permission. Okay, so for the duration of the channeling, I will connect. Okay, cool. So, lollipop, the message that I was getting from your higher self is that you are, how do I describe it? Dimensional traveler. You were able to tune into different dimensions, and they were also showing me you as an animal communicator or animal psychic or animal empath. Um, you can like it's almost like if the consciousness of these animals were doors, they were showing me you were just like going through these doors so easily, almost like a snake, like, oh, in and out. I understand how to do this. So they were showing me that lollipop, you have this ability to connect with animals. It feels and it feels as though you feel more comfortable around animals than people, and it also feel like they understand your lingo and you understand their lingo as well. So I don't know, be creative about this. Maybe be a dog sitter or a dog worker, or you work with animals or something. But yeah, dimensional traveling, animal empath. I also feel your soul was trying to show me which realm you were from. But because you're such a dimensional traveler, I was like not able to tune in and see exactly which realm. But let's see. You're from a galactic realm. So that's what I'm going to share. They told me they're not going to say more at this time. You have gone, that's all they want to share at this time. So yeah, hope that was helpful. Lisa, thank you so much. That was amazing. Yay, I'm glad. Stones of Destiny. I was told I had a past life, but I have no memories of it. Love dragons. I work with crystal. Sudden soul medium. Not good at it. Oh, no worries. I'm learning too, so we can learn together. Hi, MK. Um, hmm. Hi, EJ. Nice to see you too. Yeah, my daughter is almost 2 years old now. Guys, can you believe it? Her birthday is next month. I'm like, holy, where did the time go? Thank you, Jenny. Can you share anything for me too if you have any messages from my spirit team? So, EJ, thank you for your permission. Just for duration of the channeling, I'm going to connect and see what I get. Oh no, where did it go? Sorry, give me 1 second. EJ, okay, got it. Okay, so EJ, you are a star seed. Your guide was showing me your star seed self, passing the veil onto Earth. They also share. Let me go back. I need to remember what they shared. Ah, they share that EJ, your light body right now is very much so activated in the heart center. So they show me this green, beautiful band of energy, some yellow as well, close to your solar plexus, and a lot of white. So the message to you, EJ, is that you are going through this path to activate your light body. Your light body is the strongest around the heart center area. You guys are also very funny as well. They were sharing me if you were like if they were to actualize the light body, your heart is so open that you will fall forward because your heart is so activated. Sometimes they say you can wear your heart on your sleeve as well. So EJ, they are just bringing forth the affirmation. Keep working on your light body, right? Keep be what's the word? Can you guys give me a frequency? Ground your heart center because your heart is so open, right? They're saying that to send it down like a tree. It's just like a tree where the green is at the top, but then it really grounds it through the roots in the tree as well. So ground your heart, right? Ground into your lower chakras as well. That's what they were sharing me. Beautiful energy. So thank you for sharing your permission. Okay. Next question. Well, thank you, EJ, for your donation. That's so sweet. All right. So let's see how we're doing on time. So maybe I'll do um, one or two more. Reading. Okay. Oh, it's procession. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Procession. And Inzinga. Oh, thank you. It's Inzinga. Okay, I will remember that for next time. Samantha, thank you so much. I have a big Kuan Yin statue that my neighbor was moving and throwing away and asked to keep it. Oh, wow, that's amazing. DLB, how often do you stream, Tiffany? I try to do at least twice a month. So I should be streaming more now because my daughter is older and she's in daycare few days a week. So I have more time to be in service again. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do two more readings and then we will conclude. I gotta scroll back for the two message requests that I have. So G Sun M Sonna. Okay. Sorry. If I mispronounce, do apologize, but I will tune in. Oh, okay. So far, G Sonam, what I was showing was powerful energy. When I turned on, I saw like a turquoise sea, this large aquatic being. Almost, if I were to describe it like Poseidon, it's like a large aquatic being, grand light body of an ascended master. He came forward with such power, and he was like swimming and rising up from the sea. He took his like trident and he did like a, in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf was like, "You shall not pass." It was like that, and all the water began to rise up like this, like waves. It was very powerful. So I feel that this is a message. Either this is an ascended master you're working with, or this is a part of your soul that you are activating with your higher self. So connection to water, the trident, I believe, symbolizes alchemy, right? It symbolizes power. And it feels as though this message is guiding you, G, to hone into your innate power to work with water, hone into your innate power to guide and to lead. So maybe tune in with past life and tuning into paths where you are a leader, you are a guide, right? So I hope that, well, it would be really cool, guys. It's like if we have technology where you can like project what people see in their third eye, that would be really, really cool. MK, any message for me? Okay, sounds good. So MK, I am going to connect now and let's see. Mm. MK, so when I tuned in, what your higher self, with your permission, showed me was a beautiful imagery of a woman or like a goddess in like a garden. She has like a white lamb, like a baby lamb next to her. There's a lot of flowers as well. So MK, when I tuned in, they also activated my clear scent. It has a very soft fragrance like honeysuckle or jasmine. So MK, you have the ability to work with flower codes already. So flower like codes, right? These are flower healing codes that you have. So that's the first thing. The second thing is when I tuned in and I tried to ask who is that goddess, they didn't tell me exactly the answer, but they told me that this is a being that you are familiar with. It's not Archangel Ariel, but the energy signature is very similar. It's a personal guide to you. So in your team of guide, there's one guide who has a very similar frequency to Archangel Ariel. It's that guide, and I feel that that guide comes forth, right? And through that guide you activate these flower codes. Hmm. That's the message for now, so that is the message. So fun. Where would I find info on obsidian flame? So obsidian flame in the spiritual sense works with a few frequency. It works with releasing fear of death, releasing fear of shadows. It's also a form of initiation. Initiation. So, Barbie, perhaps in some of your lifetimes, in your past lifetime, you have been part of an initiator. You could have been a shaman that facilitate journeys for people into their shadows. So, the obsidian flame usually have these meanings. Um, Obsidian flame, someone that has a lot of obsidian flame is the famous Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh. So in his teachings, he always teach a lot about, releasing fear of death, releasing fear of anger, right? So he has a lot of this flame within his work and teachings for that very reason. So I hope that gives you some pointer of where to get started. Hi, Belen. Oh, thank you. I became a mother. That's what happened. So those you that know the first 2 years having a child is like so hard. It requires all of your energy, all of your time, right? But it's such an honor to be able to give birth to the next generation to of light workers. It's such an honor. I don't even have words to describe it, you guys. Thank you, Belen. Why have I been so triggered, my dear friend? So sad and sensitive. So I'm thinking that's a permission to channel a message for you, right? So Belen, let me know. Is that would you like a reading? So just to confirm, MJ, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yay! And Stones of Destiny reading. So let's do stone. Give permission. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, so Stones of Destiny, here's a message from your guides and your higher self. When I tune in, they were showing me that um, it's almost as though you are seeing your the crystal, right? Your path in front of you as all there is. But they are reminding you that you are the forerunner, the bearer of these crystal codes. So they are saying in the process of working with these crystal and codes, remember that you are the keeper, you are the bearer of these codes. Without you, these codes cannot be activated. Without you, these codes are like obsolete. So they really telling me that stones of destiny that it's almost like it makes me want to cry, like in like a good way, that they love you and that how do you guys want me to say this? They said they love you, right? Your path is aligned at this time. Believe more in yourself. That's what they want me to say, to translate the message. Believe more in yourself. Hmm. Yeah. Anything else? Stone of Destiny's guides, higher self. They said, in the arms of angels, stones of destiny, your fear will melt away. So they are guiding you, right, in a visualization that sometimes you feel as though they show me this image of you praying. It's symbology, praying in like a church, but they are saying of shifting your perception to feel an army of angels are with you. So they are not external of you, they are not above you, they are with you. So it seems like a lot of his stone of destiny is just shifting how your brain works and how your brain perceive your state of being. I feel this is the key right now. So I hope that helps. So it's time for the brain to upgrade. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. Uh, Belen, yes, please. Okay, sounds good. Valen, your guides are showing me that you are a blue ray soul. Like when I tuned into your energy, they show me blue. They also show me that, and I can relate to you with this thing, you have a lot of ideas. Your mind is always very curious, very intrigued. You have lots of ideas in your life. You're very observant. You love to share. You love to almost be like a scientist, a researcher on this earth. You are learning so much and expressing so much as a light worker. You are a beacon of light. You bring a lot of joy around the people that you shine your light. You love the tree spirits. You love working with trees. You have a lot of unique ideas and unique signatures in your energetic field. You are a traveler as a soul. You've traveled in many star systems. The main part of your soul journey is traveling on all these star system is to learn. It's almost like you look at yourself as they show me as your soul, as your higher self. You feel like on each planet you're just like performing and dancing, and then you're like dancing to the next planet. You're learning in the next planet. It feels so joyful. So, Belen, your one of your most beautiful gift right now I can see from you is you're such a beacon of light. You are like if someone wants to cry just being in your field, they would cry tears of joy instead of tears of grief. You know what I mean? And sometimes because you think so fast, you feel like you're not actually doing anything. So your guys are saying actually with you having a journal, a planner can really help you ground down everything that's going on in your mind. Some of the things that you are having ideas about might be projects that you'll be working on, but having journals, planners would really help you ground those ideas. You guys also said that balance, sometimes you feel like you don't fit in into the world, but that your alchemy, your gift is so much in your presence that it's so natural to you. You feel like, what am I doing anything? But you are. So that's the essence of the message for you. Oh, Mattia did a live talk with a 2-year-old. I know these next generation are just next level. Like my daughter teaches me so much, and she's only 2 years old. Mm. In what are some ways we can work with goddess that we are connected with? Or as a therapist, how can I work with them to serve my clients? Oh, I have a lot of therapist clients, so I get this question a lot. So, what are some ways in which we can work with the goddesses that we're connected with? So, Samantha, what you can do is you can have like an altar, and it doesn't have to look overly spiritual. It just have to have some like maybe pink roses, some rose quartz, right? That anchors that space for you to connect with the goddesses. So if it's more personal, you can make it as spiritual as you want. But if you're asking more in terms like, oh, at your workplace, so everyone is vibrational, right? Everyone's subconscious mind responds to the environment. So Samantha, one of the big thing I feel intuitively to answer that question is to create that space as a therapist that vibrates that energy. So you see kind of how I did too. I have Kuan Yin here. I have like the gold energy. I have the pink rose energy as well. So all of these are field that is expressing that frequency. So I think, as a therapist, I know you have like rules and guidelines how you can't be a certain way, like too spiritual or something. I don't know if you work more privately, but you can like adjust how much you show, right, to help activate the client's mind. And I think things will change in the therapy world where therapists will become more open to energy work or to spiritual work, or at least work more as a team. A lot of like therapists, they tell people they shouldn't do energy work, or if you do energy work, I'm not going to work with you. And I'm like, why? Like therapy is, if you really look into it, it is energy work. So so I think that's going to change too. But I hope that answered your question. If you like to take courses as well, I do have like a course, many courses on working with the goddess. There's Awakening Your Priestess Power. It's only $40, very affordable. Then I have more higher investment ones as well, just for people more serious about becoming a healer. But to anyone that's watching, I made these mini courses that are $40 because I want to be a wholesome healer. I want healing to not be like a privilege. So these things are free on YouTube. I have free courses. I have low budget courses that I think, yeah, we can have a balance. Like I can still work hard because I feel like it's an honor to work hard and to provide for my family as a healer, but also in a way where everyone can receive healing no matter where their status is. So yeah, that's the reason I made these mini courses. They are kind of new. I haven't really announced them, but if you have been wanting to take a course from me, and if like that is within your budget, the Awakening Your Priestess Power is $40. The How to Read and Write Light Language is $40. So basically samples of my training program, but it's still really helpful to get started. And once you want to upgrade, you can upgrade to the certification program. So there's always room to those that are dedicated to learn. So if you need a sliding scale for any of my courses, if you really want to take one of the courses, but you need a payment plan, I'm very flexible to that. So no one gets left behind. So And yeah. And also, if you're tuning in, let me know if you have any questions through my email, highpriestessascension.com. I answer pretty much all the emails that lands in my inbox. Can't speak for the ones that get lost in spam or something, but I do try to answer all the emails. And one final note is I do not message people for readings on Instagram. So there has been some imposters accounts, there's been some scammers that took pictures from my Instagram, pretending to be me, talking to people, asking for money for readings. I Guys, sometimes as a mom, you don't even get time to brush your teeth in the morning. So I definitely do not have time to message people. So if you see a fake account like that, that is not me. Don't fall for it. Don't give them any money. No reputable healers would do something like that. So it's happening to a lot of healers and psychics. So, the only authentic source is through their website and through their original channels, right? Like YouTube channel and so forth. So yeah, be discernful on the social media space. And some of you might be wondering what I'm up to. So I'm back to doing some lives on YouTube, transmissions of light videos. I'm still teaching all my classes. So light language, dragon light codes, priestesshood, those are happening all the time. And yeah, let me know if there's any other way I can be of service to you. Happy to help. And let's all take a deep breath in. Thank you for this field of love, of encouragement. We are so grateful. With this invocation, I now disconnect all channeling connections. Channeling complete. Perfect. All right, everyone, I'll miss you in the meantime, and I hope to see you next time in the next live. Mama Bear love to you. And see you guys. Take care. Bye.